Happy holidays and Happy New Year here from Conference Chatter TV. I am Eric Sorrentino, the KUSports.com Big 12 blogger. I'm here to make my final predictions in the 2010 college football season. Now, in this blog all season, I've picked every Big 12 game that has taken place, and it's the final time, the postseason, the final time to make my predictions here in the Big 12 Conference. Now, I'm going to do two separate videos here. The first one that you're watching right now is going to be the Big 12 North Bowl projections, and I'm going to have a separate episode for the South. So let's get to these Big 12 North Bowl games. There are three of them, and I'm here to make those projections here on the latest episode of Conference Chatter TV, where I haven't had that bad of a season, 76-20 on the year in picking Big 12 games. That's a 79.2% clip, so this is the last time to improve on that. Now, of these three bowl games in the North, I've kind of gave them my own names as well, because some are interesting and some, not so much. I'll get to those. I'll get to those reasons why here in a few. But the first one, Missouri, will be the first Big 12 bowl team to play this bowl season. They're going to be taking on Iowa in the Insight Bowl, and that is Tuesday night at 9 p.m. And I've called that the Big 12's Night Owl Bowl because that will be a pretty late game. I was watching the Tulsa-Hawaii game last night, and that took 4 hours to complete. So these bowl games are dragging on. Now, that was a lot of scoring in the Hawaii Bowl. Perhaps not as much scoring here in the Insight Bowl, but you'll be pushing midnight if you're going to be watching Missouri and Iowa in the Insight Bowl. And I think it's worth it. I think this is going to be a really good game. One of the interesting storylines to me here is the streak. The Big 12 has owned the Big 10 lately in bowl matchups. They've won the last 6 battles dating back to 2007. So the Big 12's had a really nice recent history against the Big 10 in bowl games. And that's why I'm taking Missouri in this game. I think, the combination between that streak that I just talked about and Iowa missing their starting running back, missing their starting wide receiver. The Hawkeyes were a top 10 team, but they've lost their final 3 games of the regular season. And I think Missouri, how about the Tigers? Has anyone had a quieter 10-2 season in recent memory? I don't think so. I think Missouri's having a really nice year, and I think that Missouri will show in this game that they have been underrated all season. Blaine Gabbert going to, kind of the key that starts the car there for the Tigers, and I think he's going to have a big game. And I see Missouri, going to 11 wins, which they've only done twice in school history. So this would be an impressive win for Gary Pinkel and Missouri, and I think the Tigers get it done here against Iowa. The next game with a Big 12 North representative will take place on Thursday in the Holiday Bowl. It's Nebraska against Washington in San Diego. And I have dubbed this game the Big 12's Bang Your Head Against a Wall Bowl. Now, I'm not going to do that myself here because that would hurt a little bit. But yeah, the minute I saw this matchup, I wanted to bang my head against a wall. Haven't we seen this game already? September 18th, Nebraska beat Washington already. These two teams have met. 56-21 in Seattle, neutral location. Nebraska beat Washington, and I think Nebraska's going to beat Washington again. And I don't have a whole lot of interest in this game. It's happened already, and Washington, a pretty average 6-6 team. I'm taking Nebraska. Certainly, they're 10-3 on the season, and not a lot of intrigue here. We've already seen it, and I expect Nebraska in their last game as a Big 12 conference representative to easily beat Washington. Final game is Kansas State. They are the final Big 12 North representative, and they're playing on Thursday as well. They're going to be playing Syracuse in the Pinstripe Bowl, and I have dubbed that game the Big 12's Paradox Bowl because, you think of bowl games and you think of warm weather, Arizona, Texas, California. Well, this is one of the few, if not the only bowl, where it is played in a considerably opposite environment, in cold weather, in New York in December. This is the first time the Pinstripe Bowl, this is kind of the debut of the Pinstripe Bowl, the first year that it is taking place in Yankee Stadium. making its debut on Thursday, and the Big 12 has signed an agreement to appear in the Pinstripe Bowl through 2013. So the Big 12 better get used to this bowl. But, much of the excitement for Big 12 North fans, in my opinion, who want to watch and travel to watch their team play in a bowl has to do with the location. And bowl games are played in warm climates, and maybe it's just me, thinking as a climate guy, but I don't know. This doesn't seem like the most exciting bowl to go to. You're going to be, battling the weather. You're going to be battling the Syracuse fans who have a clear home field advantage in this game, played in New York. So that's why I'm going to take Syracuse in this game. I think, being played in New York, I think they've got the home field there, and it's been a while since we've seen K-State play, but it's been a very up and down year for Bill Snyder and the Wildcats this season. But I don't know. I like bowl games being played in warm weather climates. I don't really know the need to add this bowl, but I guess it adds a bit of intrigue. Get the winter weather, the winter climate there, battle in the cold. But I'm taking Syracuse to beat K-State. So those are my Big 12 North projections. Only 3 teams from the North Division in the Big 12 made bowl games. Kansas, Colorado, and Iowa State, of course, falling short. So I'll be back after the bowl games are done to reflect on these games. But for now, hope everybody had a nice holiday and enjoy the bowl games. Thanks a lot.